Hello there, welcome to the Ontario Construction News Daily Podcast. We have another edition packed with news that will interest you. The City of Toronto will start pushing developers to build more eco-friendly, with the goal of getting half of them to aim for the highest green standard. This comes as Mississauga is also looking into addressing their housing crisis, with a report calling for collaboration among all levels of government. That's all for today's intro. I'll catch you in a few for the rest of the news. The City of Toronto is planning a push to make the business case for building to a higher green standard as it aims to meet its ambitious emission reduction targets. Currently, only about half of developers opt for higher standards beyond the minimum mandatory Tier 1 of the Toronto Green Standard. This year, the city is introducing a Tier 5 that will focus on tackling embedded carbon in building materials. Toronto also recently became the first jurisdiction in North America to enact embodied carbon caps on new city-owned buildings. The city acknowledges the challenges in persuading builders to voluntarily reduce embedded carbon but notes that suppliers are responding with products that promise lower carbon footprints. Mississauga's Housing Task Force has proposed a comprehensive set of solutions to address the city's housing crisis. The report, titled Partners in Home Building, calls for a collaborative approach among all levels of government to promote affordable housing development. Mayor Carolyn Parrish will introduce a motion outlining immediate actions to improve housing affordability. The task force recommends reforming development charges, taxes, and fees, updating building and design standards, transforming zoning to unlock housing, and creating sustainable programs and funding. The report also highlights immediate actions the city is already taking, including increasing housing supply, bringing down costs, and streamlining processes. The task force's recommendations are expected to be incorporated into the city's housing action plan in the coming months. In tragic news, a construction company has been fined $250,000 after a fatal accident during a road widening project. Maple-based Direct Underground Inc. failed to provide proper support for the excavation walls, leading to a collapse that killed 2 workers and injured 2 more. The Ministry of Labor's investigation revealed violations of safety regulations, including the absence of engineering oversight. Justice Lara A. Crawford imposed the fine, serving as a reminder of the importance of prioritizing worker safety in construction projects. A long-term care home in Guelph has reopened following renovations. New construction added 29 beds to the 85-bed Elliott Long-Term Care Residence to better serve Guelph residents. The project is part of the government's commitment to building 58,000 new and upgraded long-term care spaces across the province. Nova Scotia announced a $500 million investment in road and infrastructure projects for 2025-26. The 5-year highway improvement plan will include the Port Hastings intersection in Inverness County and passing lanes between exits 18 and 19 on Highway 107 in Halifax Regional Municipality. The province will also continue ongoing projects like the Seal Island Bridge rehabilitation in Victoria County. This investment is expected to improve safety, support local economies, and enhance transportation efficiency across the province, helping Nova Scotians travel safely and efficiently. And that wraps up the news highlights for today's podcast. From sustainable construction initiatives in Toronto to housing solutions in Mississauga, and the tragedy that underscores the importance of worker safety, we covered a range of issues impacting the Ontario construction industry. Thanks for tuning in to the Ontario Construction News Daily Podcast, Friday, January 24th, 2025. If you enjoyed today's episode, please subscribe to our podcast on your favorite platform and leave a review. Your feedback helps us continue delivering valuable content. The podcast is made possible with the help of AI, ensuring you stay informed about the latest developments in the construction industry. You can see the written content on which this podcast is based at ontarioconstructionnews.com. Until next time, I'm Sarah Smith. Have a great weekend and stay safe.